friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica, and in today's video I am bringing you episode 48 of Throwback Thursday. I do have to give a huge love-filled shout out to my dear friend and fellow creator Jan Van, my Janny Boo. I will link her channel in my description box. If you have not yet gone to her channel to subscribe, go do it, because she's awesome and she's kicking ass and taking names in the Throwback Thursday category, in all categories of life. Janny is, but especially Throwback Thursday. And she just really inspired me to start doing this here on my channel. I had been doing like this oldies but goodies series, and I don't know. And she's like, why don't you do Throwback Thursday? I'm like, I don't know. So she really inspired me because she's been doing it for a long time and they're amazing videos. And then of course I want to give a huge love-filled shout out to Dawn, my dear friend and subscriber, who has been my ultimate, the best TBT cheerleader on planet Earth in the whole galaxy. Are we in a galaxy? If we are, she's the best. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Jubilee palette from Natasha Denona. It's been quite some time since I've used this palette, and this is probably going to gross some people out, but there was a dead ant right there. So I cleaned off the palette this morning just to make sure there was no ant remnants. I have ants in my house. I've had ants for a while. Janny just ordered me some ant traps. I found that out this morning. Janny, thank you. So I'm trying to decide what I want to do with this, because I think I've done the same thing with this palette every time I've used it, which is to put this in my outer B, these two shades on the lids, and use this as my like transition shade. And I just don't want to do that because I don't want to do the same thing every time. So what I might do today actually is use this as a liner. Never done that before. This is a dark blue matte. Is it a sequin matte? No, I think it's just got some stuff from this shade in it. I used to think that was a black matte, so no. And then I think what I'm going to do is use this as my transition shade and put these two on the lid. Or maybe both of these together. I could do that too. Yeah. I don't know. This is kind of a weird color story for me. It really is, but I'm doing it, man. I'm doing it. So what I'm going to do is, I forgot to do this when I first sat down, is go prime this eyelid in the Juvia's Place Prep Prime eyeshadow and throw some clear brow gel, NYX Control Freak, in my brows, and I will come back. Okay, so this eyelid is primed. My brows are done. Let's get going. So I'm going to put this in my transition area first and see where it takes me, and that is the shade. That is the shade Intense. No. Mint Frost Enigma Limit. Yes, it's Intense. Okay. That's Intense. They consider pink, a light pink, intense, huh? Okay. I mean, who am I to argue, right? Okay, let me just make sure that creases are out. Okay, so I am... Oops, sorry, that was kind of loud. I just whacked my brush handle into my little mirror stand. I am crocheting myself sick lately, right? And I am making my son a blanket that is the colors of the Browns football team, which I've mentioned before. And it's called a 1-row repeat. So basically, I'm doing the same 2 stitches across the row, and then back, and then back, and then, you know, back and forth, back and forth. And it's a twin-sized blanket. I was going to make him a queen-size blanket. Thank God I did not, because the twin size is pretty large, you know. But the queen size would have been enormo. So I'm glad I'm not doing that. Anyway, and I thought, oh yeah, I can get this done in like 3 or 4 days. I've been doing it now for like a couple of weeks. And it's, I mean, I'm like not even halfway done. I'm getting close to being halfway done, but not quite. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's going to take me a lot longer than what I had anticipated. We were going to go visit him, but then the weather where he is and where I'm at was not supposed to be that great. And then it ended up being not that bad at all. So I don't know. Where my daughter lives, they've got a lot of snow. And baby thinks it's okay. He's not really in love with snow, but he doesn't like despise it either. My daughter and her husband took baby to a very snowy area in Southern Oregon. to play in the snow, to like go sledding. He was not a fan. And partially because it was like powdery snow and he couldn't really walk that well in it. And then Mama picked him up and carried him, and she was like sinking into the powdery snow, and he just was like, I don't like this. And then Daddy picked him up, and Daddy was sinking. So they were like, let's get the hell out of here. So they left. And basically, that was it, you know. So yesterday when it started snowing down there, she took him outside, bundled him all up and took him outside. He was very serious, okay? He was like a furrowed brow, looking at all the snow. Every once in a while, like looking up at her and smiling, and then remembering, oh, wait, I have to be very serious right now. It was so funny. But he really wasn't like he didn't want to play. He just wanted to like kind of walk around and survey what was happening with the snow falling. It was so funny. And he'll be 3 in May, so yeah, it's too funny. Okay, I think I'm okay with this shade. It does seem patchy. I don't know if that's the right word, but I don't know. It's fine. It's totally fine. I'm just trying to decide if I want to just have both shimmers on the lid, because I mean, this is the only real deep depth shade, and this isn't, I don't think, dark enough to really like outer V it, right? So I think what I'm just going to do is just put these, you know, just put the green here and the yellow here, and maybe not even use this shade today. Okay, I'm going to try this brush and see how this works with this. And if it doesn't work well, then I'll find a different brush, but I think it will. I think it'll work just fine. And, you know, people will tell you, don't take your shimmers all the way out to the very outer edge of your eye. And I don't care. I'm doing that. Like, that's... although I really don't hear a lot of that kind of stuff anymore, because I feel like people are just going to do what they're going to do, you know. What else could I tell you that's been happening lately? Nothing other than me crocheting. And I'm telling you, when I have a free moment, I am on the YouTubes, and I'm looking for lots of crochet channels to follow and to get ideas from, because the blanket idea came from a channel, like this particular blanket. It's called a farmhouse blanket. I think I've already talked about this. I don't know. I really don't want to spend every single video with you guys talking about my crocheting adventures, because they're not that exciting. Are they adventures? I don't know. My crocheting projects. I just don't know. This is going to be real light and airy, which is fine. I like light and airy. Yeah. My brain's light and airy, obviously, as evidenced by the fact that I can't really speak today. So, you know, I've got a lot in common with this look today. I don't know. I just don't want to do the same things with stuff every single time I use something. You know what I mean? Okay, I do need to grab a different brush, because I don't think that's this. This I think will work for the front. And I'm going to put this. Oh, this is called Mint Frost. Yeah, and this is called Limoncello. Limoncello, yeah. Another thing that I'm going to be doing too, real soon here, one of my subscribers asked me to rank all of the palettes I used in the year of 2024. Can you imagine? I'm going to do it. I'm doing it. So I've already written down all the palettes I used. Now, several of them I decluttered, which I will, you know, announce that. I'm not gonna rank palettes I've decluttered. I just think that doesn't make sense. Maybe it does. I don't know. But I'm like, I don't want to rank them. And plus, I want to show them. It's going to be an undertaking, okay? It's going to be quite an undertaking. But I do want to show the palette. I also thought about popping up the look that I created with each palette. Do you think that's a little overkill? I don't know. Maybe not. Just so people, you know, because I'm sure not everybody watches all my videos. No. Just to see. I don't know. Like, I thought that might be kind of cool. I am going to use the brown shade. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the brown shade here in just a minute. The taupey shade. So yeah, if I decluttered it, I'm not going to rank it, because I don't have it here to show you. I mean, I could find a picture of it or something, but I don't really want to do that. Although, I did create some cool looks with the palettes I decluttered. Do I have to show you the palette if I decluttered it? What do you guys think about that? If I decluttered the palette, do you think I should rank it, or do you think I should include it, pop up the picture of the look, and then move on with my life? What do you think? I love these shimmers. God, they're gorgeous. So pretty. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I am going to go into the shade called Taupe something. Vintage Taupe. And go, I don't really feel like that's taupe, but okay. No one's asking me. And just go around the very edge of that shimmer with that. So I don't know exactly now how I'm going to do it. I need your help. I really do. I need your help to help me navigate this idea. But I am going to rank them all. I will show pictures of all the looks. This is going to be, because I used over 100 palettes. I can't remember exactly how many. Well, I didn't count the ones I decluttered. I just count the ones I used, and I think it was like 93 or something like that. And then I decluttered a good chunk of my palettes. So, yeah, it's gonna be something else. That's for sure. But I think it's gonna be worth it. I think it's gonna be really fun. And I don't know that I love what I'm doing right now. That taupe kind of fell onto the yellow shimmer, so I'm gonna have to kind of spruce up the yellow shimmer again. I don't know, I just thought this would kind of help the look a little bit. No, I'm not really sure that it did. I don't know that I love this look, you guys. I don't know. I think I'll love it more when I put the blue down for the liner. Right? Sure. So that'll be coming. And then I really want to film, I've said this a million times, I really want to film the Creators Behaving Badly video. I really do. I don't know that it's necessary, but I really do want to film it because I just, you know, I love, when I start thinking about stuff, I love to sit down and film a video about it. I don't know why, I just do. And it's interesting to me, it's always been very interesting to me, to talk about things that maybe aren't always the easiest to talk about, you know, like yucky behavior of others. Not that I'm perfect, because I'm not. But to see how many people that are watching are like-minded as myself. You know, I'm like, wow, this is awesome that, like, I'm not the only person that's like sitting over here thinking like this. Like, there's several people that think like this. Yes, I love that, you know. And I feel like with the crappy, yucky behavior that can happen here, if we all start to feel the same way about it, that it's not worth watching or supporting, and maybe it'll go away. That's what I hope. Okay. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit more of the yellow shimmer because I kind of like messed it up with that taupe shade. Is that taupe? Doesn't look like taupe to me. So let's compare. Let's compare the shades. So this is the That's Taupe palette, and this is the Vintage Taupe shade. Yeah, okay. Not exactly, I don't think, but yeah, it's pretty taupey. Okay, what the hell do I know? So I am pretty much done. You know, I don't know that I am super excited about this look, but I think it's pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go off camera, clean up the fallout, because there's quite a bit of fallout, and I'm going to use this shade as my liner. Do my other eye, the rest of my face, dry my hair. I will come back. So this, of course, is my finished look. I like it, but I don't love it. My attempt to do something different, I don't know. And I've actually made kind of a surprising decision about the palette now. So let me show you everything I have on my face, and then I will, of course, show you the palette and review it and let you know what's going to happen. Okay, so for my primer, I use the Maybelline New York Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I use the same base products, again, that I've been using forever now. The Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator in medium, along with the Maybelline New York Dream BB Fresh BB Cream in medium. Topped it with the CoverGirl Clean Professional Loose Setting Powder in Translucent. For my bronzer, I'm using the Ciate Bamboo Bronzer in Palm Island. For my blush, I grabbed the Essence The Blush in the shade 40 Beloved. And I kind of forgot I had this blush. I was going to use the pinky shade out of the palette for my blush. And I thought, no, let's try this. And this is such a good blush. It was very cheap. So if you're looking for a cheap yet really good blush, I highly recommend picking up an Essence blush. Absolutely. For my highlighter, I used the Glam Light Pina Colada on my face and also in my inner corners. Love. On my lips, I used a combination of two things. I started off with the Menagerie Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the shade Pink Pachyderm, and I'm like, it's a little too pink because the pink shade out of the palette's more salmony. So then I grabbed my Dose of Colors gloss in almond butter. I thought the two of these together would work better, and I really like how that looks. And then for my mascara, the Maybelline New York Sky High, of course. Okay, that's it, I'm pretty sure. Let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. I did use this shade as the liner, upper and lower lids, and it's melting basically. It's like melting on my lower lash lines. It's just turning into this like melty, weird. And of course, you know, I popped it over the shimmers on the upper lid, so I knew it wasn't probably gonna adhere the greatest, but it adhered better on my upper lid than on my lower lids, lower lash lines, whatever. And I'm glad that I did something different, but I don't know that I love the combination of where I put things, like placement. And I just don't think this palette works like it used to, which is another example of why I'm not doing I am doing a 1-year no-buy for eyeshadow palettes, because so much of my stuff, well, not so much, but you know, a good chunk of it doesn't work as well as it used to, and I didn't get enough use out of it because it sat in a drawer for a long time. So I'm going to declutter this. I think it's beautiful. I do. And I don't hate the look. The look's fine. It's just that I can just tell that this doesn't perform as well as it used to, and I just think it needs to not be in my collection anymore, because I don't anticipate ever using it again. What do you guys think of this look? What do you think of it? I kind of wish I just stuck to what I would normally do with it, which is put the darker blue shade out here, and then the two shimmers, and I don't know. I do think it's pretty. It's just not my fave that I've ever done. And I just think the palette needs to go bye-bye. So this was number 48, episode 48 of Throwback Thursday, done and dusted. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have the palette. Let me know if you think I'm an idiot for decluttering it. I don't think I am. It just doesn't need to be here anymore. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your lives to sit down and watch this video. If you're new here and you enjoyed what you saw, please consider subscribing, smash the like button, and of course, comment down below in the comment section. I love to chat with you guys there. If you've been here before, thank you so much for coming back. I cannot wait to see you guys again in my next video. But in the meantime, please take very good care of yourself. Be well, safe, happy, and I will see you soon. Bye.
Drop it.